Well, it's an ultra glamorous avatar styled really well by Vibhuti Chamria, who's the stylist, who's also done this amazing dress for me. I'd been to Maldives 20 years before this, and I'd taken a picture in that same swimsuit, and I showed the picture to my husband. I said, "Do you think we could take a similar picture?" My husband is an excellent photographer. So many memes, that whole, in fact, Family Man as a series has spawned so many memes. Hi, this is Gul Panag, and you're watching me on Eastern Eye.
Hi Gul ma'am, welcome to Eastern Eye.
Thank you very much,
First of all, it's so amazing to have you back. How much? 4 years?
It's been a while, yes. It's been a while, yes.
So, of course, we saw you in a short cameo in Student of the Year
Yes.
too, and now, of course, Bypass Road. So, tell us something about your character. You see like a kind of a grey character that you're playing with this whole glamorous avatar that you have.
Well, it's an ultra glamorous avatar styled really well by Vibhuti Chamria, who's the stylist, who's also done this amazing dress for me. While she's this super glamorous socialite type lady, she's also got a very clear agenda in her life. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. So yes, sometimes people like those tend to be on the grey side of things. I played Romila, Neil's stepmother, and it's an interesting part for two reasons. One, because one is working with Neil, and Neil is somebody I've been very fond of for a very long time. He's a very talented individual, sings and writes and dances and acts. And it is an honor to work with him. As also his brother Naman, whose directorial debut this is. Of course, the fact that I'm flirting with a grey character for the very first time is another attraction for me in this film.
So, as we talk about Student of the Year too, you had a very small role.
Yeah.
But when I was just like your caliber, like we have seen you doing some amazing movies like Door, then there was Manorama 6 Feet Under. You was amazing in that films. So, but when you do such small roles, where I think I have read a couple of reviews, even I wrote that Gul Panag was wasted in that film. we want to see, like, if you are there in a movie, of course we feel that the character will be so strong that you will be like capturing everything. But when you do such kind of things, how do you react to even people saying that, Gul Panag, we wanted to see her more and she's totally wasted in that film?
Well, I think that's something that's, is debatable and arguable, and I don't want to debate the rights and the wrongs and the expectations of that, and everybody's entitled to their view. Why did I do the film? Well, very clearly two things. My son was at the time about 4 months old, and I thought that it was time for me to step out. So one, it became an avenue for me to step out. I mean, otherwise, one kind of almost gets grounded. Secondly, I also wanted to be part of a canvas of the size of Dharma. All the films I've done, some of them were shot in the amount of time that we took to shoot one sequence in Student of the Year. And I think as an actor, you're always looking to reach wider audiences and be part of different canvases. So I've been a part of a lot of realistic canvases. And I wanted to experiment with this semi-fantasy zone that Student of the Year is in. And with regard to the length of my part, I mean, to be fair, it was always a special appearance. But I just enjoyed the whole setup. It was like being part of this giant feel-good carnival.
Right.
And even though, I mean, just to give you context, like for example, in the finale of the film, I'm hardly there, but we shot for 10 days because I'm there at the back somewhere. So it's that it was just gratifying being part of a project that's mounted at that scale, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Are people disappointed that I did a part so small? I remember one very great actor saying, "There are no big and small parts; they're just big and small people."
Right.
So that's what I'm going to say to that. But I love being part of Student of the Year as much as I love being Saloni. Again, not a very big part.
Yeah.
But walked away with so much appreciation and praise. In the few lines she spoke, she had Manoj Bajpayee's character, she comes squirming, but sometimes even without saying a word. So that's the power that Saloni's character had, and to me,
Or maybe that's the power of your performance.
Oh, you're very kind. I think characters are written really well. We just are lucky enough to get the parts that we can mesh with beautifully in the writing and then become that character. But again, Saloni was a part I always wanted to play. I come from an armed forces background. I really wanted to play a part that brought me closer to the environment that I grew up in. And of all the parts I've played, Saloni has come the most naturally to me. It was like an extension of my existence.
Right. Have you seen the memes on your?
Yeah, they keep turning up. How to when you meet your ex, तकलीफ तो बहुत हो रही होगी. And then when your sibling takes away your clothes.
Yeah, I think there's even one. अभी तक ब्याह नहीं हुआ तुम्हारा from.
हाँ, correct. There's so many memes that whole. In fact, Family Man as a series has spawned so many layers. And when something comes in popular conversation, then you know that the series has had an incredible impact when people start making memes about it. Yeah.
So of course, I think recently only one of the photos of yours before 20 years and now
Yeah.
after 20 years is doing trends. It's like on the trends right now.
I didn't realize it was going to go viral. I didn't realize it was going to, shake things up a little bit. But I carried that swimsuit with me. It's one of my favorite swimsuits. I bought it in 1998. It's actually 21 years old. And it was bought in England, bought by my uncle for me. Because I was going to enter Miss India that year and I didn't have a swimsuit.
Right.
So I happened to be in England and they said, here's a swimsuit and we'll buy it for you. And it wasn't cheap back then as well. I mean, 21 years ago it cost £40.
Oh, okay.
So it was and I bought it and it was, I wore it for my Miss India photo shoot. There's a picture somewhere on the internet with me coming out of a swimsuit, coming out of a pool ladder, holding that. And I'd been to Maldives 20 years before this and I'd taken a picture in that same swimsuit and I showed the picture to my husband. I said, you think we could take a similar picture? My husband is an excellent photographer. And he took a picture and then I just thought it was an interesting thing that I have this swimsuit from so long ago. Incidentally, I've used that swimsuit in this film as well.
Oh yes, I had seen in the trailer a glimpse
So
of
which,
it. Yeah.
so in fact, if you go to my Instagram page where I've put out my character's trailer, I've written there featuring the now legendary swimsuit.